Okay, travelers, we are back. I have finally got it to where I need it to be. Now, oh my god, and then my headset starts dying. You can't make this up. You really can't. Let me just make sure that the audio is balanced well. I wasn't intending ending the stream either. The whole thing just kind of crashed. I think I was sick of my bullshit. What is going on with the beeping? Now, oh my god, and then my headset starts dying. You can't make this up. You really can't. Let me just make sure that the audio is balanced well. Intending the stream either. The whole thing just kind of crashed. I think. What is going on with the beeping? That's not even dead. It's fine for battery. And I don't understand why it keeps doing this. It'll be fine for battery, and all of a sudden it's just like, nope, we just decided to not anymore. No more battery for you. Fuck you. That's not even dead. It's fine for battery. And I don't understand why it keeps doing this. It'll be fine for battery, and all of a sudden it's just like, nope, we just decided to not anymore. No more battery for you. I don't understand why it keeps doing this. It'll be fine, and all of a sudden it's just like, nope, we just... Okay, real quick, let's just make sure that that gets situated. So let me figure out how to turn that off. Connection issues with receiver. Interesting. Check out. Had every type of issue known to man today, so why not have another one? Let's fucking go. Okay, in the meantime, though, we are going to get caught up on what we missed, and I'm so sorry about that again, but we're going to make up for it now. Let's go ahead and start into these. I'm going to go on mute here.
Take the leader! Kill the rest! What the?
The Astola! Pray, forgive us our delay. Papolino, Minfilia. Ida!
What took you so long?
Well, it's nice to see you too. The reunion must wait. Right. First things first.
Yes, let's get back to being heavily outnumbered.
You ditched your Magitech armor. Fool of a Lalafell!
Well, excuse me. She's all yours if you think you can do any better.
But there's no one in there.
This is Sid. Can you hear me? I need you to count to 5, then jump. Understood?
1, 2,
3,
4.
which is more pitiful? The charlatans who rule Eorzea? Or the masses that clamor for their implausible panaceas? I see that which they cannot. This realm founders for want of a ruler with true power. The power to cast down icons. If you continue to deny this truth, it is the people who will suffer. Embrace reason.
What in the seven hells?
Oh no. It's here.
12 preserve us. They finished it. Ultima weapon.
So it has a name.
It is a relic of ancient Alag, excavated from its resting place deep beneath Alamigo. The Alagons used it to crush primal and foe alike, and now the Garleans mean to do the same.
Damn you, Gaius!
Look! There, beside the Black Wolf. An Ascian. An overlord, no less. His garb attests to that.
La Habrea. It could only be him. Thancred! He was La Habrea? No. No, this cannot be.
We have to go now! Hang on!
Thancred! No!
All that time, the enemy was beside me, and I never even suspected. And to think that it was I who suggested that Thancred investigate the Ascians. How could I have been so blind? Small wonder the enemy knew our every move, and where to find us. Confound it all! No. No, this is not the time for self-doubt. The Alliance leaders staked their hopes on the Scions, but now they believe us all dead or missing. When they learn of the Empire's new weapon, we cannot be certain what they will do. We must go and offer them what assurances we can that defeat is not inevitable.
Cryle, this is Minfilia.
The situation
I
may
am
have
in
taken
some
an
haste,
ill
so
turn,
forgive me if I seem brusque.
but the
item
battle
I
is far
requested.
from over.
Is it ready?
And so long as we stand together,
Wonderful.
there shall
I'm
ever
sorry
be
to
hope
press,
of
but we
victory.
need it urgently. How soon can it be
The
delivered?
people of Eorzea falter for want of such hope.
I am in your
Let
debt,
us
my
provide
friend.
it. Let us bear to them the tidings that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are returned. Matters are coming to a head. I hope we can count on you.
My regards to grandfather. I am ready. Let us pay a visit to the Council of the Alliance leadership.
Hells take the Black Wolf's new tool. Rally all available forces. I want them ready to move at a moment's notice. And relay to Lastborn to order the sail. That is all. Didn't realize this wasn't voice art. The Maelstrom stands ready. What of the flames? Ready as we're like to be. I need only give the word to Rioli. Riole, probably. Please ignore the cat meow. Has there been no word from Ishgard? None. Dragons have got their tongues. Silent to the last. I was unwise to hope for better. What but stir the Archbishop from his holy mouth if not this, and he claims the fury of his god. 'Tis bad comedy. The Holy See has made its choice. We will proceed without its cooperation. I believe we are all acquainted with the terms of Black Wolf's ultimatum. We must agree upon the course of action. Not less than the fate of Eorzea hangs upon the decision of this council. And Belsar claims to wield the power to smite primals. Should we yield to him, he pledges to rid the realm of its false gods, yet of a resistance, and he swears that we shall share the primal's fates. Pardon my bluntness, but I like not these choices. This is too great a decision for any one of our nations to make alone. Choose we surrender our resistance, we must answer as one. But once it surrender, the rest shall surely fall. Let us pray for the wisdom to do right by all our peoples. Okay. Should be pretty close here, guys. Man. How many is this? Just the two. Cool. We're close. We're close. So sorry about this game.
We keep treading the same ground.
Van Belsar's demands are clear.
Alas, our minds are not.
I've never been one to shy from a fight, but if this weapon of theirs can do all they claim...
It has been 5 years since the calamity, and our people have scarce begun to rebuild their lives. Can we now, in good conscience, call upon them to risk what little they have left? I would spare them the pain of further conflict. Conflict, I say, though that would imply forces set in opposition. If the combined might of 3 primals could not stay Garlemald's new terror, what meaningful resistance can we offer? We who struggle to quell the foes who rise up within our own borders.
Long have we fought the primals, but to what end? We strike them down at no small cost, only for them to rise again and again. Are we to play this profitless game for the rest of days? I, for one, grow tired of it. Mistake me not. I do not propose to trade one tyranny for another. I love liberty. But conciliation need not mean oppression.
By the 12, though neither of you cried surrender, your every word betokened it. Not that I deny there is truth in what you say. Nor can I rightly claim that Ul'dah is ready to fight. Refugees flood our gates, and beastmen swarm our land, while the great and the good do nothing. My flames struggle to bear the burden. I put on a grand show at the Remembrance Service, made all manner of lofty promises. I've made good on not a bloody one.
Do not blame yourself, Raoban. You said only that which the people needed to hear. All present have done the same. Our citizens had become lost to hope. If our words serve to kindle it in them anew, better we speak than remain silent. Our enemy condemns us for failing our people. Yet what does he care for their well-being? While we labored to rebuild their lives, the Black Wolf built instruments of murder with which to end them.
Her Majesty speaks true. For all our failings, the people's well-being has ever been our foremost priority. While none among us ever doubted that the Empire would one day resume its war, we scarcely had means enough to solve the problems of the present.
Aye, which is why we look to others to safeguard our future. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Alas, they are gone, and the Black Wolf is at our door.
Admiral! I fear you are mistaken.
Alphinaud, Minfilia, and Seven Hells! Master Garland?
And you, dear friend.
By Ralga, you're alive. All of you.
As we approached, I would swear I heard talk of surrender. But I know that cannot be. It is not the Eorzean way.
Hear me, my friends. Accepting the Garleans' offer to vanquish the Primals would be folly. Folly, I say. For might is not the answer to the primal threat. Indeed, the more the Empire exerts its strength, the worse matters will become. Primals enter this world when mortals call upon them, and mortals are wont to appeal to a higher power when they are desperate. Nothing is more certain to breed desperation in the beast tribes than the Garleans' proposed solution.
The true answer lies in a lasting peace. But the Garleans only know war and conquest. Should Eorzea fall into their hands, there will be such suffering as none can imagine.
We are not blind to the many challenges that each of your nations face. Yet you must not give in.
Aye. Remember 5 years ago when you wagered all for the sake of the realm? Remember what you fought for, what you were willing to die for. Let the memories rekindle the fire in your heart, for Eorzea has need of it again.
Come what may, we Scions will never give up the fight. And so I bid you stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of the realm.
A great man once said that a shrewd merchant grasps not for the quick profit, but invests in the future. Wise words, eh, Ralban?
Sid,
Your words stir and shame me in equal measure. How could I contemplate surrender? I know full well that all we have, we owe to the sacrifices of those who went before us. Yet the seeming hopelessness of our plight robbed me of my insight. We Gridanians have no love for war. Yet we have still less for those who would threaten our homeland. Ever have we fought to protect those things we hold dear, and this shall never change. Gridania will go to war. We will fight the Empire for the sake of the realm and all who abide here.
At long last, I hear words worthy of a founder of the Alliance. Raubon, are we to be outdone?
I lost one homeland. The thought of losing another had blunted my resolve. But no man knows better than I that if you want aught, you'd best be ready to die for it. With great danger comes the chance for great glory and great profit. We Uldans who have turned sand into gold know this well. How many times have we fallen into the pit of despair, only to have you pluck us out? I've fair lost count.
Reckless, the lot of you, like bloody pirates. Well, I won't waste my breath trying to talk you round. On account of being a pirate myself. And the pirate who shrinks from a challenge is no pirate at all. Those who would pick a quarrel with us must choose. Back down, or go down with all hands. Let the Garleans come. The united strength of Limsa Lominsa will be waiting for them.
If our realm is to be free of this pall of darkness, let it be by our own hands.
For Eorzea!
We must needs consider how the weapon may be brought to bear against us.
The Maelstrom will secure strategic points along the coastline.
In the meantime, the flames will deploy at...
Be at ease, my friends. You have banished our doubts. Pray leave the military matters to us, and retire to the waking sands. We will send word anon.
Put along, let's keep going.
I cannot well express my relief to think that the Alliance came so close to surrender.
But the fire in their hearts has been rekindled, and they will fight to the last.
This warmth inside. Did you feel it too, Grandfather? I would know something. Was that your power at work earlier?
Nothing of the sort. The leaders of Eorzea had lost their way. I merely helped them to find it again. Oh, hello. Yes, our party returned just a moment ago. How close are you? It's all right, Sid.
We must needs plan our next move. Pray continue liaising with your respective nations. Sid, would you be our man in Ul'dah?
I'll be whatever and wherever you need me to be.
We haven't a moment to waste. All right, let's do this.
Thancred's fate weighs heavy on my mind. I cannot bear to think of him in thrall to an Ascian. Mayhap you know this already, but the Ascians are immortal beings without physical form. Since time immemorial, they have fanned the flames of chaos from the shadows. That they might work unseen, the Ascians entrap and possess mortal men by means of malign artifacts known as crystals of darkness. One such crystal may yet be the key to saving Thancred.
This is a crystal of darkness.
A mere replica, created using data obtained from anomalous crystals found across Eorzea.
It comes to us courtesy of the students of Baldessian, our distant allies. Even for an Archon, Thancred's talents are exceptional. We all had complete confidence in him. It was for this reason that none among us foresaw the danger in sending him to investigate the Ascians alone.
Thancred had been striving to fill the void left by Louisoix. Yet, it was plain that he was overtaxing himself.
Yeah, he would volunteer for everything and work till he was dizzy.
And the toll taken by his exertions made him vulnerable to Ascian influence.
The crystal that binds Thancred must be somewhere on his person. If we could but destroy it, his Ascian possessor would be compelled to relinquish control over him. You have proven the stoutest of allies, standing with us through thick and thin. Yet the most perilous struggle is still to come. For the sake of the realm, and Thancred, I ask that you lend us your strength once more. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. As I am sure you are aware, the realm was saved from certain doom 5 years ago by heroes known as the Warriors of Light. What you may not be aware of is that your many feats in service to the Scions have prompted folk to make certain comparisons. I must confess, you do remind me of them. Yet remember this, however glorious the past, it is the hero's lot to be judged on the deeds of the present. A new darkness threatens the realm, and the people cry out for a savior. I believe that you are he, a warrior of light, here in the present, guided by the crystal's will. Come, my friends, let us fight to safeguard the future of our beloved Eorzea.
Okay, we are all caught up now. Oh boy, that was an ordeal getting that to work. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I almost gave up hope. It was a process and a half, let me tell you what. But the good news is it is working now. We seem to be all encompassing. We seem to be good to go. It's pretty good. Should be alright. Still having issues with one of my monitors. That did not happen until after this sort of situation sort of presented itself. But you know what? That's fine. We can deal with monitor issues at another time. Today is for Russian. We are sorely lacking in that. So, for the SU, let's see. What is the quality here? It's not bad, but it does seem somewhat off. You know what? I think it's actually okay. I think it's just the way that I'm viewing it now. Yeah, it's just that. That's okay. Okay. Get back to it. Ooh, I didn't think I'd ever be clear of all that issue. That was insane. It's honestly, it would be a very smart thing now, considering that took me an hour and I was already going to be having a quite late day for my job. To say, sorry guys, I gotta go to bed. But that would be a smart thing. It'd be a very smart thing. In fact, it would be the most logical thing in the world to do that. So instead, I'm going to stay up till what will likely be 1 in the morning, finishing this, because I made a resolution to finish it, and I am not typically fond of gainsaying my own resolutions. So, cut to me gainsaying my own resolutions often. But this time I meant it, and this time we're doing it, goddammit. Sorry, it's an interesting little predicament I'm having right now where, some reason, it looks great on my TV. I play on like a monitor. One of my monitors is essentially just a giant TV, right? So I typically play on that. But the issue is with the TV situation. It's currently looking fantastic on my my OBS capture, right? But then on my TV, I have everything cut off on the corners, which is not super required because you guys can see them, but it is somewhat irritating because every aspect of my HUD is tailor-made with the design in mind for what I had, so... God, Primal Fear already unlocked, really? That's surprising you can do that already. That's interesting. We might unlock that before we go. No, I thought we did it on stream. We'll do the Primal quest on stream. I wouldn't even consider that bonus quest, because I'm pretty sure you have to do them now. Press, so we can call that mainstay. Oh, we'll have to redo the Operation Archon cutscene, but we need to finish this first. Let's talk to this guy. You are welcome, Ursabear Song of the Silence. As communications officer, it falls to me to issue you orders and provide guidance on forthcoming missions. Your mission is to infiltrate the Imperial outpost at Cape Westwind and eliminate Prefectus Retorn Sauce Arvina. All participating units are now in position to await your arrival. Please proceed to the staging point and report to Lieutenant Oliver's. This is but the first step in our bid to purge around the Guardian menace. I shall pray for your success. Some of the details, like I wasn't going to go into too many details, but just as we're flying through, I had to essentially reconfigure my computer in order to allow this with the way that the Elgato functions in relation to voice on Final Fantasy XIV. So it's a little bit the Elgato, a little bit 14, and a little bit those things that needed to work in parity. It took quite a while, and I am fairly tech savvy, so that was a fun time. In the process, though, I did find a way to filter out that fucking wind noise you guys always hear in the background, so that's nice. So you're Ursabear. Oh. Okay. The fearless leader of the Elite Adventure Unit have been expecting you. Our maelstrom friends report that retarded Cesar Ravna has arrived at Castrum Austin bells ago. And sure enough, a convoy of Imperial airships landed here just now. Likelihood is high that our target was aboard one of those vessels. I've dispatched scouts to verify his presence before we strike. Command all units, requesting status report. Zandline 1, target has not been sighted. Zandline 2, likewise, target has not been sighted. And Line 3, we got nothing yet for here neither. And Line 4, nothing to report as of. Disregard previous message. Target sighted. I say again, target sighted. Understood. Hold your position. Attention all units, this is Lieutenant Adalbert Kata. First step of Operation Archon begins with us. Should we falter, all hope of victory will be lost. It is no small burden, but we know that I believe in all of you. So believe in yourselves, and together we will blaze a path for our brothers and sisters of the Alliance to follow. We will create multiple diversions and disperse the enemy garrison, which will give you a chance to breach their defenses. Go now, son. Bring us Ratalton's head. May Rogol grant you strength. Commence diversionary maneuvers. Okay. Hello. You can probably attack me. Yeah. Thought so. See, I don't think I'm high enough level though. Guess you just fuck off yet, so. I was trying to open with fire too. Fire. Yeah, fire too. No fire. They're all fire. Yeah, it's hard to keep track. Let's do it. Trying so hard to avoid him. Not that, not that, not that. Yeah. And you're gonna probably have to die. So like, I'm not sure to you. Yep. Pretty much all of you. One of the downsides of it taking so long to do this is that we're also at the mercy of Q popping. It's gonna suck. Very hopeful we get lucky here with that, because I'm already gonna be up quite late. Would appear we have unexpected guests. Now, what have I seen you before? Ah, but of course, the man who felled the mighty Titan. This is the Icon Slayer. I see a commotion without is not but a diversion. Allow me to hazard a guess. By eliminating me, you hope to undermine the Garrison and Alcidans? A bold strategy, to be sure, but have you the strength to see it to fruition? Leave us. None of you are a match for him. Send word to Cash from Alcidans. Tell them the Limosans are coming. At once, my lord. "15 years have come and gone since Lord Van Belsar first set foot in Eorzea. Yet his ambition for the realm burns as strong as it ever did. Know you what fuels that adventure? The desire to deliver the people from their suffering. The land he has conquered was all as beset with problems. Poverty, starvation, lawlessness, and strife. My homeland was no exception. Had my lord not reached out and claimed it for the Empire, it would eventually have destroyed itself. But under his sage leadership, my people enjoyed such peace and stability as we had never known. And he only desires the self-same for the people of this world. Under his rule, Eorzea would be free from the shackles which bind it, the shackles of false faith. There would be no feeble leaders to misguide the masses, no icons to bleed the realm dry. True peace would reign, and people would be free to live their lives without fear of persecution or oppression. Should you doubt the truth of my words, I bid you look upon me. I am no son of Garlemald, yet Lord Van Belsar saw fit to raise me to a station of great honor. He measures a man not by his birth, but by his worth. Such is his sense of justice. By the grace of his excellency, I am here where I was born to be, upon the field of battle. He has given me a noble cause to fight for, and a worthy adversaries to smite. I am not wont to bear my steel needlessly, but if you are deaf to reason. In the name of Lord Van Belsar, I, Ratalton Sauce Alarivna, do swear to strike you down. Cool thing is, we're going to see some of the new class just got announced, like, literally, like, 2 days ago. I mean, we all kind of knew it was going to happen. He was wearing a Ratalton shirt, but I mean, still, pretty cool. We have an old habit. I feel like this did not used to be a solo race. Am I crazy? I thought you used to fight him in a group of like 8, and it was over in about 10 seconds flat. I seem to recall that was the case. You know, seeing how I'm old age. Who knows, travelers? No, seriously, who knows? Because I'd love to know. In the chat, put it down. What's happening here? What say you, my lord? This is dishonorable. It's actually really sad that we're like killing his men in front of him here. He clearly cares. Uh-oh. Conviction and courage were being for naught. Not be for naught. This I swear. Victory and vengeance, I will strike you down. This is quite a challenging fight now, actually. God, okay. A lot of AoEs. Ooh, I was real close there, Traveler. That was a close one. This is our hardest challenge yet, easily. Like, I know that generally is going to be the case of linearity, but, like, he's fucking hard. But they did that on purpose. Like I said, he was kind of a joke before, like, literally a joke. You could, like, before the new people could even finish the cutscene where they introduced him, everybody in the party would be gone, and he would have been long since killed. So this is probably a better way to go. It certainly makes him a lot more interesting of a character than just, ha ha ha, I died dead. So. I said lore-wise, too, he's fascinating. Obviously, he's a new class. He's not evil. That's another thing, too, is I feel like a lot of Garlemald is basically just evil. Even Gaius at this stage is fairly, I would say, certainly driven. I don't know if evil is the correct word. But he's certainly driven and doesn't care at all about anything but his goals. Right? And you could say that about the Scions as well, it's just we happen to agree with their goals, right? So it's interesting when you talk about the concept of morality. But I would not say this character is necessarily evil. You are stronger than I had expected. But I have my honor. Cannot. I will not yield. Going again? Oh my god. Might be your biggest mistake here, sir. I might die here. This is very likely. Especially if he doesn't let up the fucking thing. Oh, make mistakes too. Ooh, this is gonna come wire here, Travis. I should have been damaging him sooner. I was trying to get away. Oh, I'm not sure how much of that headset shit he does in there. This is quite tense. Come on, come on! Yes! That was a tough one. Woo. I have failed you. Lord Van Belsar. That light. The Magitech transporter. Ursa, are you there? What news of Ritalton? Fallen? This deed, you have sown the seeds of our ultimate victory. And oh shit, he would have killed an entire army by himself. That guy was tough as balls. Fading of that light presages an end to the Empire's tyranny. Ritalton Sas Arivna is no more. Let the next phase of Operation Archon commence. Hoorah! Tis I. It seems you've done it again, I understand. I'd raise a tanker to you, but I'm afraid we've no time to save the victory. There's still the small matter of infiltrating Castor Meridianum and destroying the ultimate weapon. I know, no rest for the preternaturally gifted. Now stop feeling sorry for yourself and make your way back to the Immortal Flames encampments. The communications officer will issue you your orders. I'll be waiting for you with the main host. Look, Heidelin, your minions comes. Bringer of the lights. Alas, the gate of the void already stands open. Soon darkness shall consume all, and you shall bow down before the one true God. I do think some of this has to be retconning, honestly, because, like... and also, I guess La Habrea was just fucking insane, right? They're pretty clear about that, but... Perfectus, slain. Regrettably so, my lord. At the hand of the Icon Slayer, the Centurion who survived the attack is to be believed. Ritalton? Where were his men when he faced the enemy? Fleeing even as their commander yielded up his last breath? Which to prove they questioned his right. I cannot speak for them, my lord. Beg pardons, my lord, but there is more. The Maelstrom has laid siege to Castrum Ossitans. Likewise, the Crimson Fleet has moved to blockade at Castrum Marinum. So this is their answer. Very well, we shall crush them before as we crush the Icons. Go forth and show them the futility of their resistance. Yes, my lord. Scion Bearsong, your deeds this day are an inspiration to us all. With the death of the Prefectus, Operation Archon has entered its second phase. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom moves to blockade Castrum Ossitans and Castrum Marinum. And far to the east of the Black Shroud, the Order of the Twin Adder advances upon Castrum Oriens. Already you have done much to advance our cause. Performing such feats is worthy of song. But if our plan is to succeed, more is required of you. Let me know when your preparations are in order. I shall relay to you the particulars of your next mission. Can I put Peg here? Nah, good. I'm good. Phase 2 of the operation is presently in motion. Our brothers and sisters of the Maelstrom are holding their own against the Guardian forces upon Vilderbrand and the Rotondan Sea. Ere long, the third phase will begin, and you must take to the field once more. The Immortal Frames shall strike at Castrum Meridianum by way of a diversionary maneuver. While the Guardians are thus locked in battle, you are to infiltrate the stronghold and bring down the Magitech field that surrounds the Praetorium. The staging point for the mission lies in the shadow of Castrum Meridianum in northern Thandlin, and this is where you must go. On your way there, however, I would ask that you make a brief stop at Camp Blue Fog, one of our key outposts in the area. The garrison, I am told, is in low spirits, and it would do our troops well to see the hero of Cape Westwind appear before them. For the good of our cause, please stroke the fire in their hearts. Teleportation. Level 53, nice. Ah, Lieutenant Bearsong. Yours is the most welcome presence here at Camp Lufog. Logistically speaking, we are ready to march on Castor Meridianum at a moment's notice. Alas, while our troops were here in body, their minds are anywhere but. Garrison's mood is dark, so daunting is the prospect of joining what may prove to be the bloodiest battle in history. But with a hero such as you walking among them, they may rekindle the dwindling embers within their souls. That's nice. Probably do that right now, actually. Oh yeah, that's much better. And I almost crafted this too. I think I was talking about that at the beginning of our previous before technical difficulties nonsense stream. Oh, I can't be bothered with an earring right now. Lieutenant Bearsong, I mentioned that I was hoping you might raise the flag and spirits of the men and women of the garrison. Worry not, it is not unnecessarily laborious task that we might ask of you. The mere presence of a hero such as you in the walking in their midst would no doubt serve to restore them the measure of morale. And so all I ask of you is this. Make your way to a cerulean processing plant and report to General Rabon once you have arrived. And Godspeed, Lieutenant Bearsong. Our troops are counting on you. Some interesting little animation just happened over there. I guess it was his mount. Basilisk. And you can always feel it in an area where you do not have a mount speed increase. It is palpable. It's getting late, but I gotta say, I'm really energized. I'm excited to finish this. I'm glad that the technical difficulties are over. We seem to have both a good audio. There's no more wind noise, so that was a side benefit. And also, quality of video seems pretty good. So overall, I am happy. I'll be tired as fuck tomorrow, but I do not care. It is worth it to get this done for you guys. I'm so excited. Up on all din. Well, if it isn't the hero who brought down the Perfectus, it's good to have you with us, friend. As you can see, the mood in the camp is grim at best. I was hoping that your presence alone might serve to raise some spirits. Unfortunately, it seems that too many are preoccupied wallowing in fear and self-pity that they have yet to even notice that you have arrived. Might I ask you to make the rounds and share a few words of encouragement to those men and women whose spirits falter? I don't mind to do it myself, but I am quite certain it will carry more weight coming from you. Once you have seen to the others, go and tell same for Edelstein. No matter what he may claim, the lieutenant would also be better a bit of rousing. Trust me, I know. Be better for a bit of rousing. Yeah. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Oh, I have to probably rally. Psych up. Okay. Guardians are not near as frightening as you. I'd sooner first a vanguard while naked as my name day. It's not really the intended result, but sure, we'll take that. A Lullafell or a child? Lullafell, probably, yeah. Y'all gotta break my fast on Garlands. Right now, I'm very hungry. That was my favorite. And not just because he's a Lullafell, he was just really funny. Chew ass spit bubble gum, and I'm all out of fucking bubble gum. I don't think that was exactly. Don't question it. That was definitely not how that saying goes. We're gonna roll with it. All right, nobody heard anything. Your stirring gesticulation has reawoken me to my purpose. Hero or no, you will fight tooth and nail to protect the realm. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Basically twice. By Roger. Without me realizing it, the fire of my resolve had grown dim. But thanks to you, it burns red hot once more. If needs be, I shall lay down my life to secure victory for the Orsian. But that reminds me, Lieutenant Bearsong, there's one other thing. Prior to launching our final offensive, we will be conducting a series of special training exercises centered on common combat maneuvers and their telltale markers. I thought you might fancy a spot of warming up before we face off against the Guardians, so I've taken the liberty of applying for a clearance on your behalf. Oh, this is where you get the Neophyte's ring! I have been so excited about this damn ring. Yeah, I'm prepared for tactical training. Sure. How do you... all the novices? I think you can access that character. I think I have to go all the fucking way back over there, do I? If I do, it probably will be off the table for now. If I can access it from here... 2, 3. Yes, I seem to be able to do it from here. Yes, this is the Neophyte's ring. God damn, that's good. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're doing it. I was excited about this for a while. As soon as I read about it on Reddit, because I was reading, I was giving some new players some advice who just started the game, and then somebody's like, "Well, get the Neophyte's ring." I'm like, what the fuck's a Neophyte's ring? I don't know what you're talking about. Welcome, Master Bassal. In this training exercise, we will have you carry out a variety of common evasive maneuvers. My agent here will serve you as your opponent. Try to get a sense of her oncoming attacks and handle them accordingly. Take your starting position when you are ready to begin. I was born ready. As you doubtless know, no few magics strike wide a radius around the given target. The marker of such attack will often look like this. Take that away from the group here. If you sense that you've been marked, you'll do well to move away from your allies so that they aren't caught in the blast. The danger is greater still if any ally is targeted at the same time. Stand too close to one another and you will suffer double the impacts. Yeah, no kidding. Let the exercise begin. Bravo, Master Bassal. I will say, this probably would have been better before Rattata, because, damn, he was way harder than anything we're going to fight in Castrum, unless they've made that harder as well, which is possible, and welcome. They have, honestly, so. I don't think so. I'll just repair shit while I'm in training. It's like, hang on, guy, I'm totally paying attention. Let me just... It's the opposite. Okay. It's a stack marker. Allows them to stand together in order to weather it. There are a couple of stack markers. Usually you stack and then move, right? Stack and scatter. There are a couple of what we call Akmorns in the game. Those you want to stay, because if you fucking leave, you will be dooming everybody. You got to stay in that shit. So, I'm gonna watch after the Akmorns. As long as you're in that circle, good. Okay. Bravo, Master Bassal. What I like to hear, sir. Among you adventurers, I'm given to understand that these are known as stack markers. Rings odd to my ear, but I suppose it matters not. That's funny! He knows the terminology! Start the next exercise, take your starting position. That's really cute. I like that a lot, actually. They're telling you the fucking vernacular. Yeah. Trying to have fun with it, guys. Come on! 6 of these? Ugh. Next, we look at a lethal variety of attacks, but none that a tank can handle. Behold its mark. Tank Buster. Yep. Remember, only a tank is equipped to survive a blow of this magnitude. Any other caught in the blast won't be left standing. Now, with the proper demonstration, everyone in position yourself so that the tank may shield against the strike alone. Let the exercise begin. Bravo, Master Bassal. I was like, I should have been far enough away, but just in case. Its attacks pack quite a punch. Should it fail to you to deal with it, it will do well to employ abilities you have to lighten the damage. Starting position is here now. I think we're at airport right now. Next, let us practice how to handle the more persistent threats. Take note of this marker. Oh, these ones suck, yeah. Follow a chain of attacks that chase you doggedly. You must stay on the move, all the while keeping away from your allies. Let the exercise begin. Yeah, 'cause typically this will leave drops. If you're walking on their path, you will end up fucking each other over real bad. Spectacular work. Now with your basic training complete, I'd like you to speak with me now to attempt my final challenge. Now that you've learned the basics, it's time to put your knowledge to the test. Overcome this final challenge, your training will be complete. In your final challenge, if you're prepared, take the starting position. Allow me to test all that you have learned thus far. In this exercise, you will face a slew of different attacks, each of which you must deal with appropriately to minimize the harm you must sustain. Let us begin the exercise. Oh, not that. Masterfully dodge. You handled that flawlessly. Thank you. Ooh. Oh. Okay. That's a pretty advanced pattern, actually. You don't usually see that so much later on. This might be a bit rough. Well, I will say this is the lightest I've ever seen a particular effect in use, because usually when this happens, it's on like Ruby Weapon, where these are gonna go like a line of destruction that'll absolutely destroy you. Please me, Ben, to pass the challenge. Well, thank you very much, sir. Let's go back to that. How long is this one? I really want to get that ring, though. That's the thing. It's actually, like, on top of it just being, you know, good for the XP, it's also going to be good in general. Oh, this is 7. Welcome, Master Bear Song. This training exercise will have you carry out a medley of cutting-edge tactical maneuvers. My agent here will serve as your opponent, try to get a sense of her oncoming attacks and handle them accordingly. Take your position when you are ready to begin. Oh, this was a wonder. Except for the bail out of this. Might want that ring though. First, let's discuss knockback attacks. The knock will look like this. As soon as you see it, you will have a few moments to position yourself before you are pushed a set distance away from the point of impact. Or use your sure cast. For this exercise, I placed a ring of lightning aether around the arena. Your goal is to position yourself such that you won't be sent hurling into it. Let us begin. I feel like if you do that, it should be like, oh, you know what you're doing, and just stop. Like that. If you could, if they see that you sure casted, at that point they should be like, oh, never mind, you pass. Done. Common variant. Take a look. Take note of this marker. Ah, yeah. You want to stand not in the blue, or you will die. Like last time, I recommend you stand directly in the center of it. I don't recommend you the most painful blow to the skull, yeah? So once more, I challenge you to avoid without being flung into the lightning. Will you stand this time? Pretty much just right on the fucking tail end of it. Very easy. Bravo, Master Vessel. Stand still for a while. Just spinning. Next, we'll demonstrate a proximity attack. Its marker pulses outward like so. Very confident attack here. With these, the come closer you are to the point of impact, the greater damage you shall stand to take. Thus, whenever you see the ominous light pulsing along the ground, I advise you distance yourself as much as possible. Let us begin. Barely a scratch, eh? Sometimes the simplest solution is to get the hells out of there, so to speak. Start the next exercise, take your starting position. Next, let's move on to tower tactics. This type of attack is that must be endured rather than avoided. To the tower marker, no one stands inside to weaken its impact. The entire party will suffer a devastating blow. Therefore, one person must volunteer to take the tower, shielding the rest of the party from far greater casualties. Let the exercise begin. Exercise, take your starting position. Oh, got 4 out of 7. This is taking a while, travelers. I'm sorry. Now let's cover a variant of the tower marker. Again, one of you will need to stand inside to protect the others. Lest you forget, the tower goes unoccupied, the entire party will pay the price. I'm not sure if I've ever seen this marker. In this case, you must ensure you are standing within the bounds of the circle before the arcane orb stripes the ground. Oh, I have seen it, I guess. It's like Super Yomi, I think, has one similar to that. I just didn't quite recognize it from the, like, blood drop looking aesthetic. Oh, it was interesting looking. Yeah, you see this a lot, actually. Yeah. Whatever that one fight is. The Asians, I can't remember what it's called. It's got one. Crystallis or something like that. Crystallius, something like that. Don't know what I'm talking about. Now you've learned the basics, it's time to put your knowledge to the test. Overcome this final challenge and your training will be complete. Now begin your challenge, must prepare to take a new starting position. Apparently one of the objectives was just to talk to him, so it's actually only 6 real things. That's kind of nice. Allow me to test all that you've learned thus far. This exercise, you will face a slew of different attacks, each of which you must deal with appropriately to minimize the harm you sustain. Let the exercise begin. Appreciate that, Master of Trials. Oh, yep, good point, good point. That was an interesting one, because I wasn't sure which one they were going to go for, but it wasn't difficult, really. What's about you? This is a very common intersection of lore signals right here. I might need to get some better armor before we go to Cashel. Like any hit, and I am fucking gone. Like it does not take very much for me. Oh shit. Accessories letting me down? Like someone's letting me down pretty significantly. They're level 90. The highest shit that I have, besides obviously my ridiculously OP here. Not that. B, Holy Novice. Begin. I know this is a bit of a silly distraction, but I want that damn ring. Only 6, which presumably one of them is talk to the dude again, so it's probably 5. Welcome, Master Bearsong. In this training exercise, we will carry out even more advanced tactical maneuvers. What else is there? The agent here will serve as your opponent, try to get a sense of your oncoming attacks and handle them accordingly. Leaves? I don't think what the fuck else there is. There's not a whole lot left. There's a start in position and when you're ready. There's stuff from like the Alexander, there's like fight specific stuff, like mechanics where you have to get one buff and then put it to another circle or something, but it's fairly uncommon. Next exercise, let me demonstrate the proximity tether. Oh yeah, sure. Proximity tether's a good one. Yeah, gotta break that to where it becomes a thinner line. When entangled with one of these, to remain near the enemy is to risk suffering a painful strike. Instead, use precious few movements you have to retreat until the tether's magic weakens. Let the exercise begin. Oh, shit. I might have messed up. Okay, we're okay, but I had to get really far. You want to be as close as possible with the procking of the tether. So by me getting far away before the tether proc, I could have actually ended up failing that. By getting ahead of myself there, that's interesting. Ooh, hello. Before we move on, there's another type of tether attack I wish to cover. Take note of this marker. This is a dual tether to an ally. Cross tethers. Oh no. It's the block. Block proximity tethers, these can be intercepted at will, allowing you to sustain a blow on another's behalf. For this exercise, let's suppose your enemy intends to detonate a bomb. To prevent a lethal explosion, you can only recourse to just shield the bomb yourself. Let the exercise begin. 4 of them, or just me? Great ball of fire. That's funny. Drop the next exercise. Take your starting position. Next, I will teach you how to defend against a gaze attack. Behold its marker. Like an eyeball. Yep. Probably the easiest one. This one, honestly, I don't think needs a whole lot of introduction. The spell is cast, all facing the direction will suffer some manner of unpleasant effects, in this case, petrification. Fortunately, the solution is simple. You need but turn away from the enemy to neutralize its effects entirely. Let the exercise begin. Bravo, Master Mansall. Start the next exercise. Take your position. This next exercise, let's discuss status effects such as poison or paralysis, and more importantly, procuring that rude. While there are full many varieties of combat ailments, a fair few can be swiftly on them. For this exercise, let's see you evade the attack as soon as this one has done its job. Asuna? I'm never sure how to say that word. It's definitely one of those two, though. The exercise begin. Spectacular work. That your basic training is complete. Come talk to me if you'd like to attempt the final challenge. Yes. Bad, take a starting position. I'm so excited. Let me test all you have learned thus far. In this exercise, you will be faced with a slew of different attacks. Each one is dealt appropriately to maximize the harm you sustain. Excuse me, you don't want to maximize the harm you sustain. Let the exercise begin. Whew. Focus on this. Ding. Block a bomb. Which one I got? This one? This guy's getting so into it. Oh, shit. Run, little guy, run. Cool looking move, too. Neutralize every threat with practice precision. This day you pass my challenge zones with flying colors. Anything else to say? Flawless tactics, everyone. Thank you. Okay. The ring is mine. That gave me a huge increase in my atom level as well. If I can get the Thaumaturge ring, which, let's see. So, like, for example, I have the Dragoon ring. So if I can get the Thaumaturge ring... I have the Gloam ring as well. I forgot I got these. Still better than Daystar right now, because it's 150, I don't know. Level. I know there is a minimum item level to get into Castrum. I might have needed to do that to even be able to enter as a Black Mage, to be honest. Let's see. Let's see. Rock the Castrum. You have rekindled the flames of courage that burn within our brave men and women's hearts. For this I thank you. And now, the time for battle is nigh. We must march forth with no worries or regrets. General Arbon awaits you at Castrum Meridian. The battle will not be an easy one, but I trust that you are up to the task. Godspeed, Lieutenant Basil. So my preference would be Black Mage, but if we have to healer this, we can do it. I'm not opposed to it. Just depend on timing. It is 9:25. I need to be up at 4 in the morning. And I have things I still need to do. So it's not the end of the world yet, but keeping in mind, again, look how I allocate 2 hours. It's going to be, I'm going to guess, midnight at a realistic tilt before we're actually ready to call it here. As a sacrifice I am willing to make, as the audio issue was entirely my fault, and I feel the need to make amends, so do that. Oh, fuck off. I get somebody queued up right here. Our hero returns. Trust your visit has done to lift the spirits of our garrison on the eve of the greatest battle yet. Time is of the essence. Let's commence the briefing at once. This one might be voiced. Brothers and sisters of the Alliance, I would share you glad tidings. Doubtless spurred by the news of the siege of Castamorians, the Maelstrom has struck a blow. A double blow. Castrum Occidens and Castrum Merinum are now under blockade. Phase 2 of Operation Archon is a success. Reports tell us that the Guardians offered fierce resistance, but that Admiral yielded them not one ilm. With Occidens, Marinum, and Oriens thus suppressed, the third phase may now begin in earnest. Even as we speak, the Order of the Twin Atom moves to block the railway leading to hither to the Castrum Century, and that can mean but one thing. The hour has come to strike the heart of the Guardian invasion force. Castrum Meridianum, the den of the Black Wolf. My fellow Eorzeans, I am Amphilia, mistress of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. There exist a myriad barriers that divide us, those of race, nation, language, creed, to name but a few. Such barriers serve to isolate us from our neighbors, yet they also serve to define who we are. Shorn of them, there would be little to distinguish one from another. The rich variety of our lives would be given way to sterile orthodoxy. These barriers can never truly be broken down, of course. Not as long as there's liberty in the world, but they can be transcended. Verily, we do so now, coming together for this grand endeavor, to fight side by side in defense of our shared home. Before me stands the adventurer Ursa Berson. You all know him as the man who will lead the unit tasked with destroying the Ultima weapon. We Scions know a different Ursa, however. We know him as a dear friend who has endured untold hardship on our behalf. A true hero who has ever blazed a path for us to follow. And why do I tell you this? I tell you, friends, because it is time for us to blaze a path for him. Our objective is to wreak havoc outside the walls of Meridium, as to afford Ursa and his comrades the time they need to disable the Magitech field generator within. With the path thus cleared, we can finally turn our minds to the true goal of this operation: the destruction of the ultimate weapon. All troops prepare for battle. I fear I can't accompany you this time. The inevitable task of facilitating communications between our forces has been entrusted to the Iron Brothers, you see. Know, though, that I will be praying for your safe return. See that you come back to us, my friend. May the crystal bless you and keep you. We will suffer the Black Wolf to prowl our lands no more. Let us teach the hunter what it is to be hunted. Forward, comrades, for Eorzea! Cheer myself. Go now, Ursa. Bring us one step closer to the dawn. Yeah, Castor Meridianum. Alright. It's exciting. Let's see if we can do that bad boy up there. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay, so we'll try that out, see how that goes. If not, we will queue up as a tank. As a healer, sorry. Try this out. See if we can help this kid out. Only have a keyboard. Trying. I don't think he's probably away AFK for now. Oh, I tried. I'm gonna guess based on him being here and him clearly being in this queue that it's gonna take a while if he's not. If he's a DPS. So healer's probably our best bet there. Not have anything on the bar. 2. Got 2 addiction. It's not AFK anymore, it's still in Germany. Well, yep, we tried, travelers. Almost made a new friend. So while we're waiting, we have a couple of different options. We can obviously track down some of this for the triad, yellows, we can get a hunt or 2 done. Finish up our hunting log so we can get the cosmetic rings. suppose they're not technically cosmetic rings. I just appreciate their cosmetics. Pick up that finally. Oh, or if we could just queue. Okay. Try to list out all these options. And it's just like, or we could just go. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited, travelers. It's a good one. Castor Meridian. Okay, we are ready to roll. 4 people. What? Has this always been 4? Wouldn't this 8 people? Am I losing my damn mind? Oh, this healer. Yeah, he popped all of his mitigations, and then I immediately stun-locked everything for about 30 seconds. There was no point in him popping that. The power of Holy is out of this fucking world. It's so good. It's probably one of the better like moves in the entirety of the entire game. It's that strong, honestly. Kind of hard to beat. I like how his #1 move is request assistance. That's fucking funny. Like all of my mitigations, arms link, nebula, all this other one guy. chill for like 2 seconds. I guess whenever you leave areas, maybe your focus practicing? Oh, man. Oh, this is so much less exciting than what it used to be. That's okay, but that's not. Maybe I went with the wrong thing. On the boat, kid. Now go for the task. Stand back. Come on, field generator should be just up ahead. There it is. Keep the enemy occupied while I take it out of commission. They kind of got a lot now. Used to be this thing was like overwhelmingly full of like super duping armor. Really funny. like a couple of guys. Oh, the Empire. Okay. Cutscenes. Diverting all power to the cannons. They've definitely made this a lot more linear. So I think this might be one of my first times doing this since they changed it. I knew they had, but I hadn't been in here yet. Interesting changes, interesting changes. My lord has taken quite with you and your power you possess, the Echo. Naturally, I could not help but wonder whom this prince among men might be. Only to discover that you are nothing but another adventurer, no better than the multitude. Yet in spite of this, the masses hold you their champion, and shower you honors upon your head. It defies all reason. How is it that you could be such a thorn in our side? Wherever you appear, you leave havoc in your wake. Even slew Rototten, one of our very finest. Well, I will not speculate. Truth be told, I could care less how you have done these things. What matters to me is the fact that you have done them. If you are allowed to continue, you will eventually deprive me of all that I have toiled for. And that is mine by right. Well, you cannot have him. His dreams and ambitions, his body and soul, they are mine, do you hear me? Mine, all mine. I will kill you, adventurer. Only your death can bring me peace. Tempted to put on some music, but I know I'll get copyright claimed. That's a Buck Cherry song that just suits her personality. Let's leave it at that. Let's fucking get her. Used to be she wasn't that difficult, just kind of annoying. I don't imagine that's changed overly much. Cheeky Raven, there, cool. She doesn't have like a second stage where she pulls out the armor or some shit. If that actually happens, just know I'm not being cheeky. I don't know that she does that. It just would be annoying. So it's just... Dance, trying to leave that bullshit here. You're tough, I grant you that. But I will break you soon enough. I drastically didn't change up my bar. I'm looking over here, I'm like, man, everything is in like the weirdest spots. Oh my god. I don't know how he died. I have to review the footage for how that guy died. I looked up and he was dead. Please, I cannot bear it. Don't take him away from me. My Lord Gaius. Sid comes walking up. Another poor fool who craved Gaius' affection over all else. May her soul no rest. As a miracle, no harm has come to you, my friend, one of which I will happily give thanks. And thanks for your fine diversionary work, we've succeeded in bringing down the generator tower, and with it the Magitech field. The way to the Praetorium now lies open. The only problem is we cannot reach it on foot. Nay, we'll have to take the Enterprise. Others are at the cerulean processing plant, so let's regroup there. This is it, Ursa. The final confrontation awaits. I was gonna laugh if that guy was still here, to be honest. I'd just come out, so... There's somebody there anyway. I knew you wouldn't let us down, soldier. With the Praetorium stripped of its defenses, the way to the ultimate orbit lies open. Time has come for the next final phase of the Operation Archon. With the final phase of the operation, my flames will storm Castor Meridianum and suppress what is left of the Imperial garrison. If all goes well, we will allow you to reach the Praetorium unopposed, fit and ready for your encounter with the ultimate weapon. Yours is the most dangerous mission of all, but the best must bear the heaviest burden, and you're the best we have. There's not another soul in this realm that could see this deed done, nor would Mikane Center of the same mind. Though of all hangs on your success, you must not let our plight make you desperate. Victory belongs to the bold, not the reckless. Bards are wont to sing of heroes who value their life at naught next to honor, love, and liberty. But I tell you now that which men of which value at naught, they sell cheap. Risk no more than you must, you hear me? Now best you off. We have work to do, the both of us. See that your preparations are in order, then report to Sid. He awaits you with the Enterprise at the cerulean processing plants. May Ralgar grant you strength. Alright, that's where we're going to leave it off for today. I'm joking. We're absolutely going to go for the next one. Are you kidding me? Again, is it a good idea? It's 10 o'clock. Nope. Am I going to do it? Absolutely. Should I bring up it on too? Yeah, the Neophyte's ring. I'm excited about that ring. Ring. Do the small mounted. Too easy. Why repairs canceled? Can't do all moving, really? One of the benefits of doing that is that it will repair you above your regular threshold, so you get like more repair than you would normally. So like condition for all of these is like 195, 194, right? It means they can go longer without being healed. Very useful. The Enterprise is at your disposal. When you're ready to head for Praetorium, you need only say the word. If you succeed in destroying the ultimate weapon, it will deal a crippling blow to the Empire's hopes of conquest. After that, the 14th Legion will not dare move against us, spotting the discovery of further Allagan doomsday devices, that is. Foreshadowing? Let's be on our way, Ursa. Gaius and his plaything awaits. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay, let's try the same thing here for these kids that are after. Let's see. Trying. These people don't want help. I can't really help them, but usually I offer that when I'm going in for a healer queue, because it means that I'm going to get like an instant queue. Whereas as DPS, if they go in without that, they're going to be a lot longer off. I got the brand new ring, so at least I never did that part. All raw female, I believe. Well, we can't wait forever. Let's queue it up. I'm gonna try. I think we'll get a snack in the entry meeting process. I don't think I'll make it in time, but we'll see. Oops. Why should you look back at me? I'll be right back. Apparently they didn't even need me. They got in before I did. Now that they left, I'm not actually sure. Oh, playing solo. Okay. I always forget that that's an option. Oh, mostly because I just don't like it, to be honest. I would rather wait here and sacrifice my sleep. It's an MMO! But to each your own. I'm very happy, even though I don't do it. Like I said, my wife does it that way. I'm very happy it's an option for people who prefer that. It will always be the second you go do something else. Always. Wait, totally. Moon is out tonight. So here we are. The ultimate weapon will almost certainly be housed in the depths of the complex. This is it, my friend. Okay. Final battle. The climactic finale. I'm curious how much they've changed this too, man. So it's been a long time since I got into like a queue like this. And I'm guessing this is where the wall opens still, so. Is exciting travelers, end of our fucking journey. Honestly, this is happening so much quicker than I thought it would too. It's been less than a month. I really thought this was going to take a lot longer to get through. Quite happy to prove wrong. Gaius. Oh, Sid, my boy, you are late. It is something I always meant to tell you, if the time never seemed right. It concerns your father. What of him? In the winter of his years, Midas came to abhor his part in meeting. He told me that he wanted nothing to do but to wash his hands of the whole sordid business. But he did not wash his hands of it. He helmed the project until the day it killed him. Come now, Sid. You must know that he did what he did not of luxury of choice, but by the time he realized his error, it was too late. Media had him completely in its thrall. Shortly before his transformation, mayhap sensing that something was amiss, your father confided to me all the regrets of his life. Most of them concerned you. Early on in his career, he realized that while you had a talent for devising armaments, it would never fulfill you. Long before you knew your own mind, he saw that you would be far happier using your knowledge for peaceful purposes, and the thought touched him. He was a changed man for it, so he could not let it show. This way, you could tell me, you could say this to me. What is it you want, Gaius? I want you at my side, Sid. Take up your father's mantle to become the Empire's lead engineer. It is your destiny. My father had a change of heart, you said so yourself. Besides, I have long known my destiny, and I assure you it lies not with the Empire. A pity. And what of you, adventurer? Will you not consider making common cause with me? With your powers joined to mine, we might do so much for this realm. Together we could bring order to Eorzea and usher in a lasting peace. No. If I can expect no better answer than this, so be it. It was your strength that made me offer the hand of friendship. It is your strength that made me proffer the blade. Save as an ally, you are too dangerous to let remain. Like how we just stand there waiting for him to do this. Just chilling. Run, Sid, or stay. It makes no matter. Cannot escape the past. Gaius, wait! Damn it! Single target Doton. That's a fucking blast from the past right there. Single target Doton. I've not seen that in years. It's not efficient, I can tell you that. Unless they've changed the meta in like the recent patches, certainly as of Dawn Trail. It's not been efficient since like the Storm. Oh, no slow elevator scene anymore? Oh, that was the best part. Sid, I was looking forward to biting my little sausage. I got a little sausage over here. So, it used to be this. Well, it used to be this was an 8-man raid, really. But it used to be it was actually more efficient for at least one healer to stay out of mech suit, because the mech suits did a shitload of damage if we lose the issue. So you want to have somebody else that they can heal. In worst case scenario, I can't get to heal. But it appears as though the mech suits are still fine. I wonder if Raj Lord and Star are both either related or at least from the same party. Raj Lord, I'm betting, is his first time. they take away the thrice dead door. You used to have to kill this door 3 times, and it was hilarious to me. But we killed it once. That bulk is composed of a special alloy, extremely tough. Ordinary fire won't leave a mark, I'm afraid. You need to divert power to the Magitech cannon, as I did at Cast from Erdino. The armor's core is like to expire from the strain, but there's no help for it if we want to press on. Now listen while press the control and then fire away. Don't mind the warning lights. You're a natural at this. Alright, way's clear, but it's just you and your own 2 feet now. Be very careful. So be careful. I salute you, armor. And now, the next cutscene. You've been leaving a fine mess in your wake, adventurer. Someone there. Garland, old friend, how it warms my heart to hear your voice again after all these years. Nero, is that you? You sound well. It would seem this savage lad agrees with you. The highest ranking tribunus of the 14th. It was you all this time. Tell me, Garland, how long do you intend to keep all the glory for yourself? What you've lost me. Don't play fool with me. Ever since the Academy, condemned to live in your shadow. By all objective measure, I was the more talented of the 2 of us. But that accounted for naught beside your privileged birth. You were admired as the young prodigy simply because you were the great Midas non-Garland. Because your father. When you defected, I felt sure my star would finally rise. And by disappearing, you acquired the status of a legend. Your reputed genius gaining credence merely by the dint of your absence. Instead of cursing you for a traitor, people simply actually came to think of you more fondly. To this day, you are still the young prodigy of Magitech. I, meanwhile, have never been made to feel second-rate. I, who have continued to serve our nation faithfully. Whenever I failed to excel, why, it's only to be expected. Yet when I exceeded all reasonable expectations, people proclaimed that I walk in the footsteps of the great Sid non-bloody Garland. Nero, I don't know what to say. Matters not what I achieve. Your existence has rendered mine worthless. Even Lord Van Belsar saw fit to offer you a place at his side. And this in spite of your betrayal. Did he extend such an offer to me? The man who's remained loyal to him for all these years? Why, no, he did not. Long have I endured this injustice, but no more. Lord Van Belsar is in the midst of activating the fully powered ultimate weapon. It is my magnum opus, the creation that will win me the recognition I am due. And I will not let anyone interfere. Nero, what are you? Ever since I first set foot in this benighted land, I have watched you. Every move you have made, every step you have taken. You have felt icons, a feat made possible by the Echo, peculiar power which shields you from their corrupting influence. It is little wonder that my lord has taken an interest in you. As have I, if truth be told. It is my desire to harness your power for use in the ultimate weapon. Should I succeed, Lord Van Belsar will surely take notice. Beside this, Garland's achievements will be as child's play. Come, adventurer, and yield to me the secrets of your power. He's one of my creations. You might find it a handful. Run. Nice. This changes nothing. The ultimate weapon is activated, and it brims with the power of icons. Nothing can withstand its might. Are you alright? What of Nero? Fled? Damn it. That instant prior to the blackout, the instruments detected a massive surge of power from the deepest chamber. Gaius is certain to be there. We have no time to waste. Word arrived from the Alliance a short while ago. It seems the Ordo Twin Adder has completed its blockade of Castle Sentry. What hands can spare are hastening this way even as we speak, likewise from the Maelstrom. All that's left is to destroy the ultimate weapon. I should warn you, the chamber which houses the target appears to be saturated with etheric energies. There's bound to be heavy interference. But even if we lose contact, you must go on. Just don't do anything I wouldn't do, alright? Yeah. Oh, almost made it. The elevator.
Look for the lift's control panel. It'll be somewhere nearby. take the lid down, and you should find yourself in the chamber of the Ultima Weapon. Keep your eyes peeled. Gaius could be waiting for you down there. Oh, and don't even think about Don. You're too bloody useful. The interference is getting worse. I don't think the connection will last much.
Tell me, for whom do you fight? Do you believe in Eorzea? Eorzea's unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit, and its faith is an instrument of deception. It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing. In Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind. Which is strange, is it not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well in Cartano and call them down? They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether. Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, everyone. Except but this, and you will see how Eorzea's faith is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Soir, to grovel at their feet? The answer? Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world. To this end, he hath fought ever to raise himself through conflict, to grow rich through conquest. And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak. Knowing this, but a single path is open to the infinite ruler, that of false worship, a path which leads to innovation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization, and in this land of creeping mendacity, that one truth will prove its salvation. Come, champion of Eorzea, face me. Your defeat shall serve as proof of my readiness to rule. It is only right that I should take your realm, for none among you has the power to stop me.
Okay, villainous monologue notwithstanding, let's get ready for what is the second to last confrontation. Probably right one. Look at this horrible beauty at last. Blade. Green line coming. Ah, that's a good thing. Nice limit break there. Raid wide coming in, but he don't care because he is toast. Yeah.
I had not thought to be so hard pressed. Your strength is most impressive. Such power befits a ruler. Yet, you lack the resolve to put it to proper use. A waste.
Two palms, nice, nice. What an amazing time. Okay, sorry, we're going right into another question.
Allow me, then, hero, to do that which you will not.
So this one, I'm gonna actually do with the NPCs. Here we have. As long as it takes to queue up. Oh, not very long at all. I was gonna say, I like the idea of starting that as a white mage, but then ending it as a black mage, because that's kind of how we started the story. The white mage, once we reach Heavensward, is one that I'm probably not going to play, but I'll probably be primarily doing Astro, or Scholar. I actually like Scholar quite a bit too, so either way.
Bear witness to the true power.
Oh, weapon. Skip that cutscene. All right. What? Cassie think this yet? Wait, cool. Cool. There was darkness clad in steel. Thou would triumph on the victory once. Okay. We got those travelers kicking his ass, kicking his ass. Fucking activated short caster. See, as we sort of progress through this fight, right, the voice of Hydaelyn is speaking to us and essentially purging away some of the power that the ultimate weapon is absorbed, basically.
But the Ultima weapon is all-powerful! Why does my enemy still stand? Can his strength truly be so great?
It is the blessing of light that confounds you.
La Habrea.
Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal he bears.
So, this is what empowers him.
Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the Hammer of Darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the Shield of Light. And so it shall, for the Ultima weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alag failed to scratch. The magic within has lain dormant for eons.
Of what magic do you speak?
A spell without parallel. Ultima. I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima weapon lies within its now beating heart.
La Habrea, what have you done?
No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
Damn you, Ascian.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power. From the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
Oh, Hydaelyn. It seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left.
Van Belsar, your enemy's shield is broken. The rest I leave to you.
We will speak later, Ascian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains. Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together.
Okay, so a lot of lore there, but we're not going to be able to talk about much of it for quite a while. The Hardest to Beat is not what it seems to be. Suffice to say that's definitely accurate. La Habrea is still a crazy motherfucker. A lot going on here. Gaius was being manipulated. I think he knew that the Assassins had their own ends. I don't think he realized that basically he's used to playing checkers, right? And they're playing chess, and he was not prepared for the level of devastation that they would bring on them. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that, like, think about it, most people in his experience have wanted something shortly, right? And so they were willing to go to great ends to achieve that thing. That thing usually resolved in them wanting it whole, right? It's not very uncommon for an enemy to just want to destroy something. And that's something that he wasn't really ready for, I guess, would be the right way to say it. I think that's why this caught him so far off guard. Anybody but me can take that one. Being a lower level does make this fight a lot more interesting. I can't just essentially bully my way through it by sheer weight of, like, equipment. Travelers. It's got a lot of help, but so far we're getting as good as we're getting here. I was not paying attention. I was looking down at the why I fucked up my rotation. And, yeah, got me thrown up. Another thing that makes it exciting, too, is playing on a class that I'm unfamiliar with like this. This is a lot more exciting than if I were just white mage. Because I would not really be thinking or, like, engaging with the content stats. And then you'd be, like, rubbing away, like, yeah, the stone. And white mage is fun. It's just that I've gotten so comfortable with it at this point when it comes to second nature that it's not really a very engaging thing for me on my end. But it's useful. Like, if I got a prog content, I know it's hard. I'm like, cool, I got a white mage. Nice. The final boss, travelers. The final boss, Ultima. Oh, actually, hang on. Is there something else after this? Well, I got excited, but...
No!
Oh, he lost his Super Saiyan.
Heed me. The subjects of a weak ruler must needs look to a higher power for providence, and their dependence comes at a cost to the realm. The misguided elevate the frail, and the frail lead the people astray. Unless a man of power wrests control, the cycle will never be broken. You of all people must see the truth in this. You who have the strength to rule.
I could have sworn something else happened after this, but maybe they removed that, or it's just handled differently now. Surely I'm not going to queue for another instance.
Pathetic. You boasted of unrivaled power. You were entrusted with the ultimate weapon, the ultimate magic. And still, you failed. So much for the glory of man.
Something sassy.
The growing imbalance afflicting the planet must be redressed. If it is permitted to worsen, the very laws of existence, both etheric and physical, will be warped beyond all recognition. Know you the root of this corruption? Hydaelyn. Like a parasite, she must be burned out if the planet is to recover. And naught but the return of the one true God will ensure her complete excision. Yet, to pave the way for the Master's return, a chaotic confluence of untold proportions must needs be brought about. And that will necessitate the presence of the primals. Needless to say, both you and your Scion accomplices cannot be suffered to interfere in this endeavor. You will not leave this place alive.
Okay. This is interesting because this is very different than what I'm used to, but I don't hate it. I guess this is like a solo to-do?
It is past time your flame was extinguished, bringer of light.
Let's do this. Not much is off right here. I'm gonna say, ooh, shit. We've done a little bit of damage, but it doesn't feel like a lot. Meanwhile, I feel like I'm one or two bad moves away from death here. He's still got 84% of his fucking health, so... End of days laser is pretty fucking crazy. That's a badass name for a laser, for one thing. Power of darkness ravages your body. It's probably not great. This, I think, is all new. I don't think I've ever seen these. This is not looking good, though, because, that shit's already really fucking... Oh, my God. Hopefully this isn't supposed to lose this, otherwise we have lost. This is probably not good. Man, they changed this so much. They made this way more epic, though, I will say. What the fuck is this shit? Something over here with a dark supernova. Ooh, this might come with one hit here. Yeah, it did. Oh man, I have to redo the entire instance. That sucks. Oh shit. Did it do something? Or is... They put a supposed to restart it? Receive the power to banish the darkness. Oh, this is so cool! What is this? Fucking Ultra Instinct mode. What is this? Okay. Wow, it's fucking on now, sir. I'm dealing like, you know, still not a lot, but a little bit more damage. So that's exciting. I seem to be invulnerable to damage. It might have just been my mana shield. Probably was. Out of the minion's subtle words, our life may banish the darkness. That has a lot of really interesting implications because of what she is. I bet this battle's gotten a lot more challenging as a melee, because, like, I'm doing alright, but I'm a caster, so I'm able to stay at a distance, whereas, like, if you're a melee, you're kind of fucked. They made this a lot more exciting, though, I'll say that. Oh, man, I messed up that one. Fire switch over, this sucks. Ooh, hang on, there we go. Thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder. Oh, not there. This is an interesting question, too. Is he only a black mage because I'm a black mage? It makes sense that La Habrea would be a black mage. But that would be a very interesting thing to do, if that was the case. Which, like, mirrors whatever class you are.
If thou wouldst pierce the shadows, make thee a blade of light.
What? The light, it binds them. They are too many.
And so my conquest ends, Cid. In smoke and ashes.
Hear, feel, think. Warrior of light, beloved son. The darkness hath fled, before the unclosed brilliance of thy spirit. Yet it lingereth still beyond the sight of men, in forgotten corners of the world. In the depths of the abyss yet resideth the Dark One, watchful ever, till this evil be cast out. Never shall the world know aught but a passing peace. Yet for the present, a gentle light shineth o'er the realm of Eorzea. With thee at its heart. From sparkling moat shall it swell to glorious sun, and all the world shall bask in its warmth. Blessings and joy be upon thee. Go forth, my child, and be as a beacon of hope for Eorzea and the lands beyond through all the days of thy life.
My lady, all Twin Adder units have fallen back to the outer perimeter.
The Flames have completed their withdrawal, General.
Admiral, all hands accounted for.
He's still in there.
Sid, has there been no word?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Damnation!
He's going to make it, I know he is.
Ida is right. We must have faith.
Sid, can they not be evacuated aboard the Enterprise? That adventurer and the Scions are as the Warriors of Light reborn. We cannot abandon them to their fate. Not again.
I wholeheartedly agree, but flying into the midst of that would only add to the fireworks.
There must be something we can do.
Please, Mother Hydaelyn. Please light his way through the darkness.
Look into the light, my child. If thou would see thy companions returned safe to thee, reach out to them now.
There!
Oh!
Yay! Our Warrior of Light.
Yes! The hero returns!
Look! Thancred is with him!
Thank the 12!
Thank Hydaelyn.
Welcome home.
You almost got us killed that one time, remember?
Now, we both know that was your fault.
Thank the 12 we're safe.
Mind your horns there, man-bull.
Mayhap when you mind your manners.
Though the crystal that bound Thancred is no more, I doubt we can say the same of La Habrea. And even if we could, we know that he is not alone. Confounded Ascians. Their god may be unknown to us, but their zeal is unquestionable. Suffice it to say, it would be folly to assume that they no longer pose a threat. Nevertheless, for now, we must savor what peace we have won, however ephemeral. Do you see, Grandfather? Our first step towards realizing the dream for which you gave your life.
Friends, the dread night of Imperial tyranny and Ascian machination is ended. A new day now begins in Eorzea.
True to their name, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, along with our champion, have delivered us from darkness.
Let their shared victory serve to remind us of our shared history. And let their bravery in the face of adversity inspire future generations.
Doubt not, the realm will need bravery in the days to come. Old rifts threaten to divide us within our walls, while hordes of beastmen claw at our gates. And though the Black Wolf be slain, the rest of the pack remains. Yet no foe need we fear, so long as we stand as one.
So long as the Scions stand for peace.
So long as our champion stands fast. For there exists no adversity over which we may not jointly prevail.
No longer can we turn a blind eye to the suffering of our allies.
No nation stands alone. If one should fall, so shall we all. Eorzea is our shared home. For any one of us to know peace, so too must our neighbor.
Just as we join in solidarity before you this day, so too shall our grand companies be joined henceforth to strive not only for the good of mere nations, but for the good of all the realm.
Change will not come overnight. Yet I foresee a day, not so very far from now, when the lines that divide our lands fade, and all of Eorzea is one.
It has been but 5 short years since the Battle of Cartano. 5 years since the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. No victory, however sweet, can wash away our bitter sorrows. No triumph can reclaim those we lost. Yet do not presume you honor them by dwelling on the past. It was not the past they fought for. You would repay their sacrifice by looking to the future.
A future united, as the warriors of light united in the champion.
Now is the time for us to rise as one, bearing all of Eorzea on our shoulders.
5 years ago, Eorzea bore witness to the end of the 6th Astral Era. Now, the 7th Umbral Era draws to a close, yet we come together not to glory in its end, but to mark a new beginning.
Let it be writ that on this day, by the light of the crystal, Eorzea ushered in a new era.
The 7th Astral Era is come! And thus is ours a realm reborn!
Okay, so a lot going on with that one. We went through a lot of cutscenes there, a lot of cutscenes. Forgive me, I'm a little bit tired. So we killed La Habrea, or did we? But we did. Went through that entire fight, beat the ultimate weapon, and now the Eorzean Alliance has now declared it the 7th Astral Era. So we haven't really gone into too much depth between Astral and Umbral calamities. I guess the Astral's not really a calamity, although technically it is. But generally speaking, they call it an Astral Age when it's an age of renewal, an age of, like, improvement, right? Typically the calamities are something especially ruinous because of the way that it sort of works, right? So essentially they've now decided that this was enough of a monumental occasion to mark this as a new era. It's pretty exciting. Well, oh, I can start this going. Exciting thing is, like I said, we are now done with ARR, which is pretty exciting. We now have the ARR patch content, Heaven's Word, lots of bonus stuff to do. There's still loads of stuff to do. We're certainly not done with the game by any stretch of the imagination. In some ways, we're really just kind of beginning. So. Here. Really an amazing team. I mean, it's an amazing game, but really an amazing team. Love the music. Honestly, you could do an entire lore breakdown of just this song. Listening to it in the background. I am also very tired. This took a lot out of me, but I'm very happy we got this done tonight. This is very exciting. I also really love all the changes that they did. That La Habrea fight is so cool now with the crystals. That's so different than what it was before, but in a really good way. Like, they really strove to improve that quite a bit. And that's the way it should be. You're going to change something that people are used to. It's going to be better. That was pretty cool. the main question is now, with the main story done, obviously Garlemald is not as simple as just, oh, I beat the Black Wolf, right? Yeah, Black Wolf. I didn't think about this. Black Wolf or White Wolf? The White Raven Black Wolf. Now that we've done that, what happens now? Clearly, the Eorzean Alliance has really pushed very hard to remove Garlemald from their territory. But Garlemald is more, we know this, more than just, you know, a collection of small bases. It's an entire country. And it's a country who has clearly already had a penchant for stealing other people's land. So they've already invaded Korogane. They've already invaded several other places. Some places are completely gone, like Ravenhaster. They're just gone. They invaded Alamigo, which they're still holding and are right at the doorstep of us. So where do we go from here? I remember the first time I beat this game, all those questions hit me. Just like, what happens now? Because, I mean, and this is a better way to do it, but I was thinking, oh, well, we'll never defeat the Black Wolf. He'll just keep moving. Because I knew at that point, like, oh, there's going to be expansions, surely. It's an MMO, right? It's going to be expansions. It's like, oh, they'll just keep moving and he'll never die. And, I mean, you know, mild spoilers, I suppose, but, you know, technically you're not wrong about that, but the goal doesn't just, it's not a lazy plot design, right? It doesn't just keep moving the goalpost out of your reach. You can attain your goal, and then you're given a new one, right? That's a way more exciting narrative way to move things along, rather than just, your princess is in another castle, your guardian is in another castrum, right? It would be, it's kind of a boring way to go about things, so I'm glad that they didn't go with that option. But when you first beat this game, and you get here, and you're just seeing, and you're looking, and you're wondering, man, where are we going to go from here? What's going to happen? There's all these different little bits of lore that we hear and see. Where did Alize go, right? What is going on with the Scions now that it seems like everything's kind of at peace? The Beastmen are still a problem. The threat that the Ascians pose was of destabilization, and we seem to have taken out the core Ascian leader, but there's certainly more of them. We know this. We've already had, you know, different interference with all of them. So even if he's gone, clearly it's not just going to go back to being all hunky-dory. So, a lot of interesting questions. That's the Grand Company music. Bah, bah. Okay, finally. What is this? Oh, this is cool. I don't recall this being in the game before. Meteor Survivor. So this is all the people who presumably were in 2.0. I just haven't seen these cards for a while. I'm willing to bet these were all here, to be honest. That's a really cool way to honor them, though. I love that. One of the things I really do love about this game is just how much they care about the fan base. I mean, Yoshi P, from the beginning, as soon as he took over this project, like, he knew that unless he could completely right the ship, complete 180, Square Enix would never be trusted again, honestly. I mean, it's sort of what he said. Honestly, I really think that if Final Fantasy XIV, the initial launch to 2.0, the 1.0 launch, was not fixed, I don't know that we'd be in the position we are now with Square Enix, where 16 was made, certainly with Yoshi P as a director, obviously. The current Dragon Quest games, I'm not a fan of, but people love. The Final Fantasy 14 or Final Fantasy 7. Anyway. Going off topic, let's focus on this game for now. The timing. It's certainly looking a bit sketchy there. Not loving that.
What is it?
That roar. It can't be.
Did you hear that?
There's no time to spare.
Where is it coming from?
Dread tidings, chaos and carnage! It is an abomination! A primal has awakened!
So something's going on, obviously.
Cast Bahamul move.
Bahamut stirs.
One Nazar's moves
As will the others ere long.
It's
not the question of whether Eorzea's champion shall yield, but of when.
We next starve Chemu.
Each passing moment we draw closer to the reckoning. To the one true God. I know those are narrated, but since they're in, like, whatever that is, I'm just gonna... to Zodiac. So that said La Habrea, if you're paying attention, at least the subtitle said La Habrea. And thus did the dawn break on a realm reborn. Where there is light, there is always shadow. Ophelia. Everybody's here cheering us on. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. A little run up like that. I love that. Okay. The Alcons have conducted a preliminary investigation into the origin of the role of the ring out during the celebration. Their findings strongly suggest that a new primal has appeared. The roar generated a distinctive wave pattern in the aether, a pattern observed only before in history 5 years ago, to be precise. I should like to think it was a mere coincidence, yet we cannot discount the possibility. Well, I trust to say no more. At great sacrifice, we have delivered Eorzea from the threat posed by the Empire and the Primals, thereby secured peace. We cannot well allow the realm to be plunged into chaos once more. You have given your all for our cause, risking life and limb, and I know not how many occasions. Yet our struggle continues, and we need you now no less than before. Please continue to stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of the realm of this very star. Let's complete that bad boy right there. Oh, flying unlocked. I was really curious, and I think I mentioned it even in the chat. I was like, I wonder if we unlock flying now, or if we unlock flying at the end of the patch content. I very much prefer now. Now was definitely the better of the two options. What's this? We're gonna leave it here, because a lot of that's gonna be talking, and it is almost midnight. I really do have to go to bed. But we have gotten a ton done. Let's go ahead and because I don't want to leave off and not a sanctuary. But we've gotten so much done, you guys. I know that audio issue really kind of slowed us down, but it did not stop us. No, not the Travelers, the Literary Bear. We gathered around the campfire, we got it done, and now we are officially done with a Realm Revolt. We can fly now. We have all these other options now. Now it is time to say goodnight for now. But Thursday comes another stream. We'll see what we want to do for that one. But for right now, I am the Literary Bear. It is time for me to get some sleep. I appreciate you guys sticking around and let us know about the stories that matter the most to you. Catch you at the next campfire. Bye-bye.